Hello and welcome to KGB Live. This is KGB, your host, like always. I hope everyone is having a great night tonight on this Wednesday evening. So, anyway, if you may not know, I'm wearing my captain hat tonight. So, gotta wear it because it goes with the subject for tonight. If trick or treating should happen or not. I think it should. But again, there's a lot of people that don't think they should, but they should. I mean, I want to get candy, man. I want to get candy. This pirate hat, I mean, it's got to get all the candy. It's got to get all that candy. Um, but the thing is, I think it should happen because again, the kids are spaced out. And it shouldn't be a problem. They're outside. So I don't think it should be a problem. But again, people have their different opinions, views, whatever. And some of them wear masks. I mean, that's the whole point. People are wearing masks. I mean, I got a mask to show you. I mean, I got my captain hat on, but let me show you the mask that I got last year, which I absolutely love. Hold on. Got this mask last year from Halloween Express, and it's not fitting on my face. Try it again. But yeah, so that's what I had last year. It's kind of creepy, but you know, I can breathe. I have a mask on clearly, so it works out. It works out. But yeah, again, people can wear masks. People can wear masks. And I don't think I put this on correct. We're gonna fix this up. Oh my goodness, I am tripping today. Let's do this. There we go. We're back in session. There we go. Perfect. So I got that back on. But yeah, so that's what I have to say about trick or treating. And it takes away from kids, kids want to have time to get some candy. I know when I was a kid, I loved, gearing up for trick or treating. There was years I was a pumpkin to Winnie the Pooh, to a ghost, to a mummy, to an action figure superhero, to a werewolf, you name it. I was probably it. But it was really fun. It was just fun hanging out with friends, going to door, getting the biggest treat you can find. Plus, there's money, people. People give out money and like the jumbo candy. So, but the thing that I realized when I was trick or treating when I got a little bit older in high school, because I could drive, we went to the big neighborhoods. So, I mean, like the expensive neighborhoods. And I grabbed a big garbage bag and then we went all around and I poured the candy in the garbage bag because the rich neighborhoods have the good candy. It's not the dinky winky candy. This is good candy. So, I would do that and it was so fun. It was so fun. So I did that. It was amazing. There was one year when I was actually dating my ex who is now married, has a kid. She was a leopard and I was like a gangster in a way. It was really fun. Like I had good times. Clearly we didn't, go on because we had our, differences and things came up, but things happen. So, I mean, again, it was really fun with that. What other trick-or-treating stories? Oh, there was a trick-or-treating story that we went. I do miss this, but now with all weird and people who were, how can I say it? They're pedophiles, child molesters. There's a lot of things that, and now with COVID and other things, they won't be having trick or treating at night anymore, usually because of that stuff. And I really miss trick or treating at night. Trick or treating at night is the best, is amazing because the thing is, it gives you a chance to, be in your costume at night, going around scaring people. It's just really, really fun. But now they do it daytime trick or treating, which I'm kind of like, yay, woohoo! Like it's great. And it's not really that great. It's kind of boring. Um, but it's you got to do what you got to do. But also, Halloween parties are amazing. They're so cool. Get to have some really wacko food or food that's been, made to look wacko. I mean, depending on what party you go to. I mean, there could be both, but not to judge. But yeah, it's really weird with that. What other stories? Oh, there was a trick or treating place we went to. It was at a hotel, and each level was getting scarier and scarier. Finally, we went to this one, and it was fine. It wasn't bad. But this guy, like, we went, in there, and this guy was huge. He was like Yao Ming, and he was huge. He had like a mask like I had on before. I mean, he scared the living crap out of me, but it was just like, whoa, bro, whoa, like you're big. So I've done that, done some haunted houses. I've done Hills Has Eyes, which is a fun one. What other ones have I done? I've done what do you carriage rides you call it, or corn maze or whatever like that, and people pop out and scare you. I've done those. I've done different haunted houses, like I said. There was one maze we went into. It was down in Jefferson, I believe. It was the worst maze ever. I couldn't find it on. The lady was who did her, script said, "Oh, what door are you gonna go in? You gotta find which way you gotta go." I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna go around and jump off and do it. And finally, there's a security guard that was following us because he knew we didn't follow the procedure, but I gave up. I don't want to be in that maze forever, so that's on you. Um, but yeah, it's trick or treating is just something that it's fun to do, and taking that away from kids sucks. I know with COVID, it's not really good, but again, kids have masks. Kids can be, spread apart. But it's the parents' job to kind of watch them where they're gonna go and stuff like that. So it will work and it can work. It's just the safety procedures you have to put in place to make this happen. So I think it will and can happen. But again, I know Milwaukee is gonna be doing it. I don't know about our area or other people's areas, but it should be fine. Should be fine. Um, what's on the news today for KGB? Um, News on my list so far. I have some interesting news. I had a Zoom call today with a judge with my speeding ticket that I had back in like March, April in a way, because it kept on getting passed because of COVID. Um, it went well. I got, everything taken care of. But yeah, that was real fun. Had a Zoom call with the judge today. Yay. He was very happy that, he's like, "Oh yeah, you did this." I'm like, "Yep." And I was like, "I'll do this. I'm just trying to reduce points. I'll pay the fee." He's like, "Oh, that was easy." I'm like, "Yeah, that's all I wanted to do, man. Just reducing the points. Pay is not bad. It's the points that matter." It's like, okay. So I did that. What else today? Oh, I had to move a buddy of mine. He has a there was a sink that was broken in his house, and he found a sink on Facebook Marketplace for free. And he asked me if I could help him go get it, and we did. Thing was heavy as all get out, but it did that today too. So that was another thing. What else is new in my book? Oh, in sports, the Clippers lost to the Nuggets. I mean, come on now. The Nuggets coming back from a 1-3, you know, it's just like, come on, man. Like I mean, the Clippers have like a curse. It's just amazing how you get two good players and you still lose. And it's a curse. It's a curse. It's a curse. It's a curse. And I feel bad for Doc Rivers. I mean, he's a very good coach, but it's just like you just lost against the Nuggets. Come on, man. This is just rough. Um, and then the thing that KGB is predicting right now, it's going to be the Nuggets and the Heat. I wanted to be the Nuggets in Boston, but I think it's going to be the Heat. Um, which I don't want the Heat to be because the Heat beat the Milwaukee Bucks, but you got to deal with it. But I want the Nuggets to win it all this year. You know, Murray has got that Jimmer on him, so great player, great player. So that's with sports. Packers won, obviously. They beat Minnesota. That was not a shocker, but it was a very high scoring game. And now they play the Lions, which should be easy, super easy. I mean, come on, it's the Lions. They're at last place every year. I mean, come on. If you think the Lions are going to win the division, you have something coming towards you. I mean, I would place a bet every year on you saying that the Lions are not going to win the division. And they're not. They're just not. I mean, they got did they get Adrian Peterson? Yeah, they got Adrian Peterson. What is that going to do? Nothing. It's one player. I mean, but again, and like I said, going back to basketball, I'm hearing speculation that Giannis Antetokounmpo will be staying here in Milwaukee, and if he does, that would be fantastic. I would love to see Giannis stay here. And I know when I was talking to one of my fans on one of my past videos, it's again Giannis was brought here by and the Bucks saw him and they took the advantage to bring him on, and he is one of the best players in the NBA. And the thing is, he would not lose his image, but he wouldn't be like up here if he was on a different team. He would still be like known, but he wouldn't be like, oh yeah, it's Giannis. Because if he goes to like the Lakers, it's going to be LeBron James, or he goes somewhere else, it's going to be that star player. It's not going to just be him. It's like Jabari Parker and Giannis. Giannis was there. It wasn't really Jabari Parker. He was still in that thing, but he wasn't in the spotlight. Same thing with Middleton. Same thing. But the thing I really like about what the Bucks are doing is that they're building that new development downtown, and that's going to be really sick. It's going to be so cool with the hotel and the restaurant, the plaza, and so forth. It's going to be amazing. That's what our city needs, and hopefully we can continue to do that. That would be fantastic. So good job, Milwaukee Bucks and their sponsors and the people that are working with them. Good job. Also, if you're watching this video, please drop a like on this video. I really appreciate it, guys, if you drop a like on here. Also, click the notification bell whenever I'm on here. And also tell your friends and family that, this is the channel to watch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. You got to tell them, come on, we got to get this thing big. I actually got an email from YouTube saying that I'm doing okay, but we can do better. So we're hoping for that. We're hoping. Come on now. We got to be better than Facebook was. We got to be better than Facebook. You can't go down this way. You got to go up. You got to go up. So, what other things, since we're talking about trick-or-treating, also, guys, with trick-or-treating, the subject for today, I put the number on there. Call in if you want to, or message on the sidebar on live chat to see what you guys think about trick-or-treating. If you are going to go trick-or-treating, what are you going to be? Are you going to any parties this year? I know with COVID, it's going to be no way. So what's your opinion on trick-or-treating, and do you think it should happen? Should it not? What procedures, you name it, tell me. Love to hear what you guys have to say about that. But yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, if kids are wearing masks for trick-or-treating, they're fine. If they're not, I mean, they can wear the, surgical mask. It should be fine. I don't think it's a big deal. I know people are a little skeptical with, giving candy out because somebody's touching it, the other person's touching it. So the thing with candy, I would say, is that because they would have to take it or you would have to take it. So you would have to have gloves on and you could, put it in there, pass it to the kids. But that would be the only thing I can think of, to not spread COVID. But yeah, I do miss trick or treating being a kid. It was such a fun thing to do. It was such a fun, great thing to do. I mean, seeing like different friends, Halloween parties. Like I said, there was a Halloween party every year in our subdivision when I was a kid, and I would go there every year. It was so fun. Like it just was, it's just something fun to do. Like, but nobody really throws Halloween parties anymore. I'm like, come on now. I mean, Christmas parties, yeah, but Halloween, come on, you got to throw it. It's a holiday, people. It's a holiday. Let's throw a Halloween party. Come on. What other things can I say about trick or treating? Oh, there was one year. This is a funny story. One year, I was going to this family's house, and they were passing out dollar bills, and I was like, okay, um, I'll, great, I'm getting money. Well, I get home, and I'm like, well, let's go check, what I got. Candy, 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 candy. And I open, and I'm serious, I open this, quote, dollar bill. It wasn't a dollar bill. It was $100, $100 bill in my, basket, bucket, whatever you call it. And I was like, oh, happy Halloween to me. Happy Halloween to me. I mean, I can't complain. It was awesome. Like, it was so cool. And the other thing I didn't like, this was a thing I don't like, is every year, if you didn't know, when you're a kid, there's certain candy that you get, and then all of a sudden you put it on the floor, you put your basket somewhere, you wake up the next day and you want more candy. Well, you don't see this certain candy. Well, you realize, where did this candy go? Well, it's your parents. Your parents take the candy that they feel that's right out of your thing, and it's like, oh, it's mine. You don't like this candy. And I was just like, for a while, I'm like, where did my candy go? Well, obviously, I figured out very quickly it wasn't, because of I didn't get it. It was because my parents took it, ate it, and didn't tell me. So if you guys were missing candy when you were little, that's what happened. Unless your dog got it, but I hope he didn't do it because candy can kill dogs. So that would not be good at all. Um, what else with trick or treating? I'm trying to think of past experiences me with trick or treating in my life. Um, there was one haunted house we went to, and this uh, character was super annoying, and she did her skit, or he or whatever, and she kept bothering us, and I'm like, okay, you can't do that, like, you need to go. Finally, like, she would leave, but I had to tell the security person, like, okay, this person's really bugging me, like, just I mean it was annoying, straight up annoying, wasn't doing her part, he or she wasn't doing their part correctly. So hopefully that got taken care of when I did that one year. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was not good. Not good. But if I had to be something this year, what would I be? I know I'm getting older. I can't really do trick or treating anymore, quote unquote, because I'm older. Um, Trying to think of the costumes this year. I've been a werewolf. I don't think that's too bad. Um, Trying to think of something that I could be. Um, I could be a politician person. I could be like Biden or Donald Trump. What was? Oh, there was one oh I forgot to tell you this. This one's a funny one too about trick or treating. I actually won a competition for this too. I gotta go to my Instagram page. It's in here. I know it is because I kept it in here. If I didn't, I'm gonna be really sad. Let me check. Let me check. Um, It's in here. Okay, where is it? This is bothering. Oh, okay. So about was it during 2016? Yeah, I think it was 2016. Yes, 2016. So there was a guy in a red, um, like not suit, but sweater with like a white, button shirt. He had glasses and he had a mustache. And his name was Ken Bone. If you remember Ken Bone, I dressed up as Ken Bone. It was funny as all get out. And Ken Bone was a reporter talking about the election. It was between Hillary and President Trump. And I got invited to a carol party, and I went there. And people were like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Ken Bone." And they were like, "No way, you dressed up as Ken Bone, the reporter." And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You dressed up really well, good job." And I won the prize. But anyway, I think after like a year or two, my friend was like, or was it a year? Or no, it was a couple months. It was a couple months. My friend comes up to me. He's like, "Yeah, you remember when you dressed up as Ken Bone?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, he was something with sexual in a way, sexual predator or whatever." I'm like, "Ooh, ooh, that could be a problem. That could be a very big problem." And I was like, "I did not know that. I didn't want to know that. But thank you for letting me know." But I was just like, I won a competition though at Carol, so had no problem with that. I was so happy. I was so happy. Um, it was the greatest thing. People were just like, "Oh my god, it's Ken Bone!" Oh, I'm just like, "Yeah, it is. It is Ken Bone." But then I realized that, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's not gonna work." Um, trying to think of other ones I dressed. Oh, I dressed up one year too. I know I have this. I was dressed up as a beer vendor, and this was back in 2018 actually. I was a beard vendor, and I have the shirt still. And my sidekick was Curious George. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, look at that. Me and Curious George just squad out. It was awesome. And the only thing I didn't like about that is when we had the Halloween party. Okay, it's great to have a Halloween party. We pregame, do whatever. But we were just taking so long, and there were so many other Halloween things. I'm like, okay, can we go somewhere? Can we go some? Finally, we go somewhere, and it wasn't that great. I'm like, oh. They're like, oh, let's go back. No, let's go somewhere else. Let's not go back. We were just at your place pre-gaming, doing whatever. I don't want to go back to your place. I'm sorry. I just want to, have fun and enjoy my Halloween. That's the thing I want to do. Not, just go back to your place and pregame more. I'm sorry. That's not what I want to do. There was another Halloween thing that I had, and this was a really good one. Oops. This was a really good one. So this was in 2018 as well, and I didn't dress up. I just kind of like, you know, had a hoodie and a hat on. But there was a family, um, in our subdivision back in the day who wore the racing sausages costumes, and they looked so cool. They were so cool. And these were the racing sausages that I had to take a picture with. They were so cool. I mean, I don't the wife made that, and it was really really cool. Um I thought that was one of the best costumes I've seen in a very long time. So yeah, that was a couple of my Halloween experiences that I did. With that, I mean, I had high school Halloween parties that I went to. It was like a pool party slash ghouls. There was another one my friend had. It was like a bonfire. We, did a little games and stuff. It was fun too. Um, and looking back at high school, it was fun, but it wasn't fun people hyped it up as it was the greatest thing. I think college is way better than high school, way way better than high school. But people are like, high school's the greatest. It's fun. It's does. It's not. It's okay. It's not the greatest, but depends on what group you're in. It depends on what who you're with. I mean, my high school career was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was fine. It had its moments where it was just like, okay, that's messed up. But um, it's like any high school. You can't have a perfect high school. But yeah, it was really fun. I think Halloween's a really fun holiday. Um, and I love fall. I really like the fall time. It's getting a little cooler now, and I actually got some new pair of jeans. Thank goodness, because I was waiting for them. I got them from American Eagle. I had these other jeans that were just terrible. I am gonna get rid of them because they just I don't want them. But I'm so happy to get jeans finally. I'm so happy. And the other thing I love about around like fall time, I love the weather. I love the cool temperatures and it just the fall leaves. It's just beautiful. It's really beautiful. And um I'm a summer baby, so like I was born in the summertime, but I don't like the heat as much. I really don't. I don't mind summer. I think summer is fun. I think it's got a fun, thing to do, but it's not like that thing where it's like, oh my god, and it's it's so great. I like if I had to pick between my favorite um, you know, seasons, I would say fall is number one, and then I would say summer, and then well, spring's just kind of like rainy. It's okay. Winter's in there because I'm a snowboarder, so I really like that too. But I'm more of a cool winter kind of guy. I do not like the heat. I've never been a kind of a heat person. So which, and I think one of it is because I'm Russian. So I'm a cold-blooded person because I'm Russian, duh. So I don't like that heat. I like that cold, freeze and cold tundra, you know. So, trying to think of anything else I have to say about Halloween, or trick or treating or not. I've met some famous people, that have actually. There was one couple that I went while I was trick or treating. I met, and they were selling candy, and they made their candy, so they were the producer of the candy. So that was really cool. One year I met that. Um, What other ones did I know? I'm going through my head. I'm trying. There's so many times for trick or treating. There was one that I did was I scared a ton of kids. I love doing that. It's funny because I keep the candy to myself. That's fun. So I've done that before. Um, what else? What else? I've done. There's so many of them. I can't think of it anymore. But there's been so many fun times with trick or treating. So many fun times, and I do miss trick or treating. I wish I could go back do trick or treat. I wish there was adult trick or treating. Like that's what I wish, and the kids would hand out the candy. Now that's what we need to do for this 2020 is have the adults dress up, go trick or treating, have the kids pass out the candy. I would be totally fully down with that. That would be sick. I mean, you have to be but above the age like 21 or older, and you can go trick or treating. The rest can stay. And like the thing that would be cool is if the candy and like little booze or whatever. It'd be so cool. I think there should be adult trick or treating. If there is, let me know if there is adult trick or treating because that would be so boss, so boss. So, but yeah, I think that's it with trick or treating. I hope again trick or treating happens. If it doesn't, I mean, yeah, I get it because of COVID, but I really hope it does happen. If it again doesn't, I'm ready for 2021, and that's when adult trick or treating should happen. If it doesn't happen in 2020, but yeah, guys, thank you for tuning on to KGB Live. I really appreciate you guys being on here. Also, again, if you didn't drop a like on this video, please drop a like. I really, would appreciate it. And also click the notification bell, and also tell your friends and family that KGB is the channel that you want to watch here on YouTube. I will be posting when I'm going live next, which will be Friday, and that will be about sports. I believe I have it down. Yep, sports. It's about if players should get paid the amount that they are getting. And I think that's about it. So again, guys, thank you so much for being on here. Stay safe. Be nice to one another no matter what happens. And also, call your call your grandparents. During this tough time, you don't know what would happen. I always help my grandparents like I did that one day. Because again, you never know when something could happen, and this would be the last time you see them. So, but yeah, guys, stay safe, and I'll see everybody on Friday. So, peace. Arg.